Hi there and welcome to Magic Hearts Tarot. I am Michelle. We're going to take a look at what's ahead for you. I'm going to see what we need to know. What does the future hold? What the opportunities, possibilities, obstacles. I'm going to start off with the Oracle cards. Okay, pull a card for each. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the moon. Okay. The first question is the energy at this time. We have wishing. So there's things here that you're wanting to do. That's what I'm feeling with that. And this card, wishing. Choosing this symbol means you are at a wonderful juncture in your life where imagination and preparation can align with the web of power. This is my dear one. I hear your prayers, I know your heart, and I know what is for your highest good. Dreams do come true. Make sure your dreams serve your highest purpose and does not take away from another. Be careful what you wish for. Remember that coins tossed in a wishing well. For every wish, there is a price to be paid. Are you ready to spend the time and energy that your granted wish will require? Now is the time your wish will be fulfilled. So there's something that you're wanting to do, something that you've wished for, a hope, a dream. There's something that you're wanting to do. It's where your energy is right now. You're in a wishing period. So there's definitely something that you're hoping for. Let's get some tarot here. Yep, there it is again, the Star card. Your wish really here is for clarity, for peace, for healing, for understanding, for knowing something, for seeing a pathway forward. And there's another form of wishing, which is the Magician, and it's about creativity. It's about creating your reality. It's about knowing your personal power. You're making something happen. You're creating your stability. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. The word community, you belong here. The wish could be here, what you're wishing for is a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose, a sense of knowing the pathway forward. And what is happening here with the Judgment card, it's like you're taking accountability for your life. And it's like knowing that you yourself have got yourself in this position. And then you're like, well, okay, I don't like where I'm at. I want to change this. I want to do something differently. And so your wish here is for a way forward, clarity. Like, show me a sign, help me out here. Okay, so we have opportunity and possibilities. We have obedience. That card reminds me of the Justice card. So let's see. We have, there are rules for everything. The sun rises and the moon sets, and they dance together in perfect steps. What rules are you considering when you ask your question? So about this wish, this way forward. You will be sorry if you break a rule that is in place to protect you and others. So when you're wishing here and you're asking for an opportunity, are you looking to step on people to get what you want? Because that's not a good way of going about things. Even though you may not like authority right now, this is a time to obey what has already been set in motion. This is the time to learn the lay of the land and to follow the customs that keep things in order. Learn the steps of the dance before you attempt to change them to suit you. So it is like the Justice card, as far as there's rules of the universe, cause and effect, things that are in place that you might not necessarily agree with, but they need to be in place because of the laws of the universe. Like a situation didn't happen in the way that you wanted it to, or, somebody left your life that you didn't want to leave. And it's like whatever their path was, whatever the situation, that's something that you can't ask a wish for to be granted to bring them back, because that person or that situation, there's free will here. There's the law of the universe. So you have to consider what you're looking to do here as far as your opportunity. You want a pathway forward for yourself. You want a clean path. Are you looking to bring somebody back against their free will? Are you looking to change something, that necessarily isn't able to be changed? So you have to look at, your expectations here. You have to look at the situation with clarity. Look at this. As I split the deck, we have the Nine of Cups, which is about your wish. So you can still wish, but wish accordingly here. Wish in a way that is able to come true. Don't wish something that is, look at this, going to cause you pain if it doesn't happen. You're trying to fix something. That's what I'm feeling. Like your wish is to fix something that necessarily can't be fixed. Sometimes you have to let something go. You can't bring it back. You can't bring a person back. So the opportunity, I feel, is for you to understand that there's some things in life that happen that we can't change, that we have to accept. And that's where the laws of the universe come in. You see? Ten of Swords. And we have the Lovers. You're overthinking a situation. You're overthinking a choice that needed to be made. If this is an end of a relationship and it's hurt you and you're wanting this person to come back, what you're needing to realize is that relationship, it had to end. That there was already something written in the universe that's out of your control. And you wishing for it to be different isn't going to change it. Sometimes that we need to accept things that, it's the course of nature. It's something that had to happen. I'm not saying, the person ain't coming back, you know, like that's not what I'm talking about here. Like, I'm not saying that I know all that. What I'm saying is that whatever the situation was, it needed to end. Are you trying to find clarity as far as why it ended? You're wishing for closure. That's a whole nother wish. That's a good wish to have, because then that means you're looking for clarity. You're looking for a way of healing. But if you're looking to go back and to change something that necessarily can't be changed, and you're needing to accept, like, that's a whole nother story here. And that's why you're doubting a decision that was made, but it was a decision that was made, I feel, for your best. And in a way, you know that as well, as far as the High Priestess here. So this wish that you're wanting, let's just say that it's about healing, it's about clarity, it's about a way forward, it's about figuring things out. What is the potential obstacle or challenge here that we're looking at? Look at that. We have understanding. You know, I was just talking about sometimes we have to understand that things have to end and that they happen for a reason. And this card says, this is a symbol for deep and true comprehension. It is one thing to read something or to hear something, but it is another thing to truly understand something. You are being asked to keep an open mind and heart and allow yourself to absorb information as you receive it. Be open to the wisdom that can come only with time and patience and perspective. Try to get outside of yourself and imagine what it is like to walk in someone else's shoes. To understand is to have power. And you know how I was saying before about you overthinking, about keeping yourself stuck. You're going over this. You're wondering, well, if this had been different, this blah, 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 you know, would that have prevented this? I wish we could go back. I wish I could do this again. But what you're needing to understand is that whatever happened here needed to happen for its own reasons. And as much as it hurt, we have the Ten of Swords here, when it ended, whatever this was, whatever this cycle was in your life, this chapter, it needed to close. And that you can't go back and fix it, but what you can do is learn from the experience. And that they're helping you, like this, I'm going to put this as, you know, the challenge here is for you to have a deeper understanding, to see the big picture, to, let's just say, this painful experience, it's not going to happen again because it's completely over. So that's one good way of looking at something. If this is an end of a chapter in a relationship, this ending needed to happen so the healing can begin, and therefore there's still the potential, the possibility of going back if you want to, as long as the healing has happened, is basically what I'm feeling here. Because it's kind of like you were just going to continue to repeat a bad cycle if it didn't end. So the ending is the silver lining here. And that's one way of looking at it differently. And as I split the deck here, we have the Seven of Cups, which is a card of illusion. And it's card of like living in a fantasy. Like I was just saying about the cycle that needed to end. You know, it was never going to, you were never going to wish it away. You were never going to fix it in the energy that you were in. So let's get some tarot here to clarify. Five of Pentacles. you're feeling rejected. You're feeling pushed out. And look at that. This needed to end so something new could begin. Knight of Cups, just like I was saying. And it was long overdue. It needed to end. Like I was saying before, the cycle just kept repeating. And now it's time to see it as it needed to go, and that you're not going to repeat that. Look at this with the Seven of Swords. I get the feeling you were trying to get around the situation. You were trying to fix it. You were thinking that if you did something differently, and that's why you keep going back as far as your choices, that if you made the choice to do something different, and it's like, no, this was about your worth. This is about you seeing that you didn't deserve what was happening, and that you needed to end this so that something new could come in. And that's really where the understanding is going to come from once you see that. Look at this. Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, taking action. It's like once you allow this situation to end, this new exciting adventure, this opportunity, it's like everything changes, because you were stuck in a cycle of thinking that, you know, that you didn't have any power over it. You know, like you kept hitting a brick wall. You know, like you're thinking that you could fix it when really you couldn't fix it. Like you didn't have the power to change it. You thought you did. Sometimes you saw that you couldn't. Like you were just basically stuck here. And I think you thought that you didn't have a way out, or that you thought that you could fix it. But there was definitely something that was keeping you stuck, when finally I feel like with this card of obedience and as far as justice, it's kind of like enough's enough. And that's why that Ten of Swords happens, because you're not coming back from the Ten of Swords. And that's why I'm saying to you, whatever was going on here, it's not going to come back. Like you've learned the lesson. You've mastered the lesson. There's the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You've mastered this skill. Like you're going to see this coming, God forbid, if it comes back around. Like you're not going to put yourself in a position where you're thinking that you have to stay there because I have to fix this. Or you're thinking, well, okay, just because you can't find a way to fix it, that this is where you're supposed to be, so you're just going to have to suck it up. Like that's not, like you're finally realizing that you always had a way out. You just weren't seeing it for what it was. And this is an opportunity here with the Page of Pentacles, which is a card of opportunity to learn something new, to go about things differently. And it is about moving on. It's about healing. It's about growing. And as I'm going to go back to what I had originally said. It's like you're going to heal from this. I'm not saying that, you know, there's not an opportunity here for your wish to come true, as far as the clarity and then the realization that things had to happen and coming back around and healing together. That's still on the table, sure. Is it about the closure so that you could move forward? And this Knight of Cups is somebody else versus that person coming back? Absolutely. But what I'm feeling is that whatever this once was, it's not coming back, because you've learned from this experience. You're taking this as a learning opportunity and you're moving forward. Okay, so let's get some Messages here. We have unseen forces. You are never alone. What you cannot see walks beside you in quiet devotion. So you're being divinely protected. You're being divinely guided through all of this. Because I do feel, especially with that Judgment card, that this is a divine lesson. This is something that you needed to learn, and that the lesson is over. You've learned the lesson. And we have golden opportunities. When the light finds you, step forward. What awaits was always yours to claim. So whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There's this door that's opening. It's like this is like I was saying before, this is like, there's an opportunity right here. This is an opportunity. And that once you get a better understanding, I feel that's when, like, it's like the light will come through, like that aha moment. And then we have divine compass. Unseen hands guide your steps, always leading you towards what is meant to be. Like I just said, what is meant for you will never pass you by. This opportunity, it's like you needed to go through what you were going through. And what's on the other side of that was always meant for you. No matter how long it took you to get through all of this, whatever was on the other side is your, like, purpose, your destiny, what was meant for you, what was, you know, but you first needed to get through all of this is what I'm feeling here. And that this, let's just say, opportunity isn't going anywhere, this next step. So don't think, you know, oh, I have to hurry up and I have to. No, this is all a process that you're going through right now. Okay, all right, so I'm going to leave the reading here. I do hope that this message has helped you, and if it has, please comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And like and subscribe and hit that bell so that you're notified of your next reading. And I look forward to seeing you then. Take care and have a blessed day.